Hey guys, how are you? I'm here. I hope that you guys are well. It sucks that I never get to know if you guys are well or not. Like, I think let's get into the video. I feel like YouTube is lovely, for the reasons I've stated before and why I love being in this space. But I think the tricky and the lonely part is not getting to communicate that much with you guys or to hear what's on your mind, or is this still the content for you? What would you like more of? Some people really are a part of the family, but like, what would you like more of? Like, because most of the things, it's just things that I feel like, okay, I want to let this out. Kanti angazi ukuthi what the people want. And I could consider what the people want. So it's just a thought there. You can tell the girl what to put up. But yeah, it's the last week of the month, of the many weeks of October. I feel like October had like my chapters. They had one, two, like it had so many parts to it. But yeah, and I think just for me, a lot of people call it India fatigue. I'm still trying to figure out if it really is. Um, or it's just thoughts and emotions that have been there, that have built up, that we've coped so much with, that by the time it's the end of the year, it all just goes, hello, I can't give it in anymore. Um, but yeah, I think at this time of the year also so many things come to mind, even and thinking about how some people are thinking about the festive munch. Because okay, where do I go? What are the plans? How are we spending it? Comes with so many feelings and thoughts, and um, whether good or bad. Some people have lost family members. Some people have come to having a family of their own. Some people, there's so many things that have taken place and take place, and at this time of the year, it brings a lot of things to a standstill, like msebenzi, things that keep us so occupied that it requires us to dive into ourselves and wow, there's a more to dive into ourselves and how we are, and our families and our the relationships that we have, the relationships that we nurtured, and a relationship we seldom talk about is our relationship with our families. As you grow older, from being forced to go home or to stay home on Christmas, now you have a choice. And I was reading a book. Yes, I was reading a book about how they were able to they feel they were able to cultivate a relationship well enough with their children when they were raising them, so that when they have a choice to either come back home or not, they would choose to come back home. So now we're at those stages, and I'm not saying anything else. That's what I'm just saying. um there's so much around it. People have started their own families, they're married. There's so many things that are happening, and in that busyness, it calls us to a stop to the everyday life, and realizing that we've got a new year ahead of us that requires us well, that requires us rested, that requires us healthy. And I hope and I pray that you get the rest that you need, you get the replenishment that you need, and um, you choose what will work best for you also. you know I hate how I'm always like Munduwe and for you. I believe in for people, ne? But I feel like when I come here, I'm talking to people who have been for people for so long that it's important to bring up that reminder that even for you, you know, what brings you peace also, what um, silences the noise also, you know, um, just enjoy that little reminder that you can choose that. But get andiko up higher. So the other day I was just thinking about the fact that I wanted to remind us about wellness, being well, and that it's not good to when you're excelling in one part of your life and then we are going to make a gap and you're wondering where it is. It's very important for us to make an effort towards being holistically well. And some of the things that I found on the internet is that it's inclusive above the things that I already had in mind. That emotional wellness is something to look into. Spiritual wellness is something to take care of. Physical wellness is something to look into. Intellectual wellness, in enge, but all of them. The reason why I'm also speaking about that is because I recently started walking, taking walks. Oh, I'm so proud of myself, Kasan. I am so proud of myself because I know how long it's taken me to get back to being active, because I feel like I stopped. Yeah, to get to being active, you know. And I've always been trying workout videos here and there, and then I stop, and then for a long time in too long gym, and um, finally getting something that feels like me, that feels like I'm not trying to be beyond myself, like something that feels like a part of me, you know. Okay, it hasn't been that long, but it's feeling like that. Okay, so I started walking. Previously, my excuse would be that there'll be dogs barking and dogs coming out of nowhere due to previous experiences. Like, you know, I was once bitten by a dog, by the way. So I thought, okay, let me walk within the complex. And I've always done that because I did that when I was pregnant. I walked within the complex where I stay. And I started doing that. And it felt good because so much of my emotions, my thoughts, everything within me was just cooped up within my body. And I was taking care of the other parts. And taking care and paying attention to the other parts, whether I'm hungry, you know. But that's not the point, no. Scrap that one. But spiritually, I'd be aware of the fact, okay, I'm slacking, or I need to do better, or I'm doing well. What else? What's new one? Financially, I'm aware of, okay, what's I'm taking the most, what you know, being aware of your finances. In anger, why is this thing now running away from me? It's not working if I don't have anything with me. But anyway, so I was looking into all the other things and trying to compensate for the part that I'm not taking care of, and that's my physical well-being. And I'd talk to people who've taken their lives back into their hands and, you know, taking care of their physical health. And I'd admire them, you know, and just be like, hey, was a work rate. But it feels good now, the fact that I'm actually doing something about it. And I'm not trying to get to 10,000 steps as yet. I'm just Zagiti trying to be active, you know. So I'm walking and I pick up the pace where I can, but I'm walking. I'm doing something and it feels amazing. It feels good. I am looking forward to it. And knowing me, I'm not a person who looks forward to working out a lot, you know, so this is really amazing for me. Reason why I'm mentioning that is that which part of your holistic wellness do you feel that you haven't really focused on? Because that helps us to strike a balance. And sometimes there's a part of you that's overcompensating and taking care of too many things, whereas it could be spread out into different parts of who you are. You heard me. Nah. So maybe not neglect neglects. May we not neglect parts of ourselves, um, even in this time of the year, because with fatigue, I feel like so one part consistently. And I think a way that one can use to cope is to balance it out. So if you're a person who's never been spiritual, um, consider that. Consider opening avenues to be able to take care of your holistic self. Otherwise, ngivala lapho. Ngivala lapho, and yeah, it's been a long day, but it's all good. I think whenever I'm on the YouTube space, I want to I'm trying to strike a balance between being my authentic self, being honest, but also not creating content based on feelings and emotions. It's a lot. Ukuthi angifuni ukuthi manje njalo nje bekafila kanje, hayi sambona, and then I don't want it to be a feelings based kind of a thing, and I want it to be something that I can watch at a later stage and be like, okay, this was you were in whatever space, but you were able to make a sound that I don't want to be too curated. I don't want to try too much because I feel like so many people are already doing so much, and yeah, well, it's not part, and I feel like it's a lot of work, and it's a space where I'd love to be myself, right? And I'm working at that. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, guys, keep well. Take care, Bolavi. This is me just signing in today. Get signing register. And saying that I hope that you guys are well, and let's finish strong. You can still start new habits. Doesn't have to be the first day of the month. Doesn't have to be all these excuses that we make. It can just be now, where you decide to choose and to do what needs to be done. Okay? Much love. God bless.